At First Baptist Church, why do we call our youth program STORM? Well, it basically has the idea of a couple different concepts. First of all is that, and I guess primarily, is we want students to go forward. We might find kids that are in our community that are wandering this way, they're going that way, they might be going towards the right direction and then turning around. And our goal is to have a program that will put everybody towards the cross, whether they're down here or up there. On that, as long as they're going towards the cross, they're going in the right direction. Now we have basically 4 parts of the Christian walk in each person, and we try to cover that in all of our programs. So we have our relationship with the Christ of the past and kind of the gospel. And we also have a relationship with the Trinity or Christ right now, and we also have a kind of a relationship with the world and people around us, as well as Christians. And basically, we call those 4 things for the relationship to the past. We call that Bible study and understanding the gospel. For understanding knowing Christ today in a personal way, that's worship. To give to others, that's ministry. And then with one another, that's fellowship. And those are the 4 kind of areas of each person and their ministry. Now, there's actually 5 different layers or 5 different types of students that we might come across. And that symbol is represented with sort of a pyramid. And if you start at the bottom, maybe in the ground level, is all of the students in the world. That's the community. Well, or more importantly, in high schoolers and junior hires in Grove City. So that's the thousands of kids that might never have come into our church before. And our goal for them is simply to move them to come to our church. And we have a variety of students who do that. Now they might come, that brings us to the next layer. So in the beginning, the bottom of the pyramid is students that come and they might come for the athletics or the activities. They might really be academic oriented and they like the Bible study because it's a great kind of history and knowledge kind of thing. Or maybe they just want to better the world, and they have that sense of this is a good place to get involved to make the world better. The separation between this crowd that comes to church that aren't quite in the next group is a profession of faith. In other words, they have said that Christ should be in the center of their life. So that separates the first or the second group from the middle group. And in the middle group, you'll have students who are kind of thinking about they're coming to church more often. Their calendars are fuller with church events. They're starting to use their talents that they learn outside of church for Christ, and they come for the fellowship. However, they're kind of 2 minds. They're still kind of figuring out, baby Christians, that the cross should be number 1 in their life, but they often get confused about the activities in church versus the relationship with a living God. The next layer is this is kind of the strong group of the youth group, and we'd certainly call them leaders at this point, even though I suppose you could be a leader in the earlier group. Their lives are much more full, and they have 3 or 4 of the activities that you might find in the circle. They will probably come to a Bible study and worship. They know how to fellowship. They probably go on a mission trip. And and as you can tell, as the pyramid goes up, there's less of those. But a good youth group has a variety of these types of students. The last one, the very tip of the pyramid here, doesn't happen very often. If you can get a individual in your youth group like this, it's a good year. I can't say that every year we've had one. Some years we've even had two. But basically this is the power of the youth group. That's where it comes from. And these guys, not only do they have a healthy version of all four of the ministry types, they are strong. They are leading a ministry. If not leading ministry, they're actually creating new ministries, and they're always on the search to help their fellow students move up the next category. And basically, each one of these 5 categories, the goal of the Storm ministry is to move those forward. Now, how do we tell? How do we witness when a student is becoming stronger in each one of these areas? Well, first of all, they're wiser. The more they study the Bible, that creates wiser students. The more they worship, they're stronger. The more if they go on a mission trip or if they're doing mission things, that creates unselfishness in our students. And of course, fellowship makes them warmer. Now, if you take each one of these, we want our students to we want to teach each student so that they become wiser. We want them to when they go on a mission trip, we want them to obey Christ's calling. We want better relationships in their lives. And of course, we want the students to be able to magnify in their worship. And that's where we get the word storm. Now, if we take all 3 of these and put these together, if we take the entire 4-part quality of each student, and we combined it with that upward motion, that moving upward. We're always trying to make kids go to the next level. And we're always concerned, all our programming, all our activities are basically to move them forward. And then, of course, the triangle gets smaller and smaller and more powerful at the top. And if we turn this one all the way around, it creates a funnel or a tornado. And so if you see the symbol of the tornado, that goes back to our philosophy and helping students grow. I hope this helps.